Oh boy, this is a bad idea. So as most of you probably know, there was a bombing that took place in Nashville yesterday. Given that none are dead and there's a lot of confusion about what could have happened, I thought I should make this video to explain what might have happened. I mean make jokes about what definitely did not happen. Didn't happen at all. It's all a big joke. As a matter of fact, here's a joke right now. Skip it up and that up. See, jokes. We are just doing jokes, and that's it. Got it. I emphasize again, I believe none of what I'm about to say. This is all just crazy, wacky conspiracy theory and one big joke. So let's get into it. At 5:30 a.m., police in Nashville responded to a call of shots fired. This was on 2nd Avenue in front of an AT&T facility. As a matter of fact, there were reports of several shots fired, to which after the police arrived, an RV that was pulled up in front of the building began looping a message saying to clear away that it will explode in 15 minutes.
You can hear this message. Evacuate now.
To which, while the police were evacuating everyone from the area, at exactly 6:30 a.m., the RV exploded. Miraculously, because of the evacuation that occurred right beforehand, no one was seriously injured, although 3 were slightly hurt. No one required immediate intensive medical care. So this raises a lot of questions. The main one being, why did this happen and why was it where it occurred? Of course, the first thing a lot of people thought was a domestic terror attack, but that doesn't exactly make sense since the perpetrator tried to evacuate the area, minimizing injury, and he did it in a very non-crowded place on probably the most non-crowded day of the year. Also, the type of explosion used was a thermal-centric explosion, or in other words, it gets very hot and creates a lot of fire, as opposed to most destructive explosives that cause a large blast that destroys infrastructure. As a matter of fact, if you look at the aftermath pictures of 2nd Avenue, there is nothing that is totally wiped out from the explosion, rather just fire damage or walls that have fallen down because of the fire damage. In other words, this isn't how you take down a city block. And again, if that was your purpose, then why tell people to get out of the way? But I guess we'll just never know, and there's no use speculating it. So time for the jokes. This building was an AT&T data center. What that means, it essentially works as a hub for AT&T calls or information being used for a lot of the southeastern United States. Now, let's say, again as a joke, that AT&T had close ties to a certain organization that works for the Fed. Let's just make up a random NASA. So let's say NASA was using AT&T to gather information on AT&T customers and was adding that to a database. And let's even go a step further and say that they use AT&T locations, NASA of course, this totally fictional group I made up, as centers to store information on AT&T clients. Again, as a big joke. I think we're due for another meme, so here's one. Haha. Yes, funny yellow dog. Make sad head voice quiet. Also, whenever you look at this facility through Google Earth Street View, it does this. So yeah, that's definitely not weird at all. So let's say that this person driving the RV, let's give him a random name like Sam Hyde. Let's say our fictional Sam Hyde really doesn't like NASA at all. They hate space. So he decides to drive up to NASA and release a message that plays on loop over and over to make everyone clear away, because he's not looking to hurt people, he's looking to hurt NASA. So after he plays this message over and over, eventually everyone clears out, and once they do, boom. That would make sense why the type of explosives used wasn't one to destroy buildings or hurt people, but it is perfect for frying computer systems. Now you may be asking what happened to our Sam Hyde. Well, considering that reports are now that they found bits of human remains around, like specifically the RV itself, I think it's pretty safe to say that it was a one-way trip. That got really dark. Let's do another meme. When the aux cord too hot. As the moment I'm talking about this, AT&T lines are down everywhere from central Kentucky all the way down to northern Georgia. So it's very obvious that the explosion worked in taking out AT&T lines. And while if this fictional organization, NASA, really did exist, we never figure out information about it, if NASA existed in the same building, I think it's pretty safe to say that they also aren't doing great. Of course, phone lines will probably be restored in full in the next couple days. However, if there was data stored there in the long term, this may have been successful in getting rid of that. So what's the final thoughts and conclusion on it? It seems like someone who was fed up enough with this fictional organization and also fed up with their own existence decided to do two birds with one stone, and without hurting anyone else through the use of evacuation protocol, managed to take out his own existence as well as quite potentially his designated target all in one move. Those were funny jokes. Haha. Look at this funny joke. Yellow dog again. Oh, you yellow dog. I'm so glad we got to joke together. It was so much fun. Thank you for being a part of these jokes. Thank you to my patrons who participate in jokes. I'm not going to read your name this time because you're welcome. Link in bio, because what's monetization? I won't have that. So thank you for making jokes with me. I'm going to leave these on forever and wait for someone to come to my door. So I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully, probably, please. But I will see you all in the next one. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.